So, could somebody please just confirm that you can see my whiteboard, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, well done to the vast majority of you. You're nicely keeping up with most of the Hegarty quizzes, so that's great to see. I really don't mind. It doesn't have to be done on the day. You know, if it's a day late or what have you, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind if you're not getting a great score on the first occasion and you get a better score on your second or your third occasion. That's absolutely fine too. So a couple of bits of admin, please. Once you've finished your Hegarty quiz, it would be really helpful from my point of view, please, if you could, over on Teams, you could remember to click that you've handed in the assignment, okay? That's useful for me for two reasons. First of all, it tells me that you're happy with the mark you've got and you're not planning on going back and having another go on Hegarty. And secondly, it just tidies up my mark book, because otherwise, even though I might have given you some feedback, if you haven't clicked handed in, it makes it look on my analysis like you haven't done the work yet, which of course you have done. Second thing, I just wanted to warn you, so it's not a threat or anything, but I just wanted you to be aware of my plans this week, okay? We're going to have to be writing reports for you guys sometime after half term, and clearly one of the bits I will be commenting on is how well you've been keeping up to date with the Hegarty quizzes. Now, it doesn't mean you've got to have been getting it all right or anything. You know, I'm never going to criticise you if you've struggled with the topic. But, you know, if you haven't been giving the quizzes a go, you know, you haven't been engaging, then I will obviously have to refer to that in my report. Now, I don't want it being the first time that your parents are aware that you might not be keeping up to date when I write my report. So what I'm planning on doing before half term, so later this week, I'm going to email all you guys with each of you with which ones you haven't done yet. So obviously for the vast majority of you, you've done most of them. You'll be a good positive email because you know you'll be up to date. But one or two of you have hardly done anything yet. Okay. Now I am going to be copying your parents in on that email, so they're aware if you've got a bit behind. So I just wanted to give you a bit of notice. So if you wanted to have a bit of a blitz trying to get some of the Hegarty quizzes done, then you know you've got a bit of time to do that, so you're not surprised. So just to remind you, those there are a list of all the Hegarty quizzes that we have done. I'm not worried about the two we did beforehand, which weren't quizzes. If you can just get all of those done, then you're nicely up to date. Okay, I think that includes today's as well. So that was it on the admin. So very well done, those of you who've had a go at that standard form exercise. I think all but two of you have given that a good go, so very well done. And we're just going to be doing it the other way around today. We're going to be converting ordinary numbers into standard form. So just to remind you what a standard form number looks like, the first number is between 1 and 10, and then it's times 10 to a power. That power is a positive if it is a big number, and it is a negative if it is a small number. So I'm just going to model us changing some ordinary numbers into standard form. First some big ones, then some small ones, and then you can get on with today's Hegarty quiz, please. So let's have a look at these here. I'm going to try and do these live if my software isn't going to play up. So 6,213,000. We need to turn that into a standard form number. Now, rule number 1 says the first number's got to be between 1 and 10. So where is our decimal point going to go to make that between 1 and 10? Well, clearly that's going to be between the 6 and the 2. So our first bit is to write down 6.213. And make sure you include all the digits, all the non-zero digits. So that's the first part of the standard form, and it's going to be times 10 to something, and we know the power is going to be positive. So what number will it be? Well, the decimal point of a normal number is at the end. We need to get it to be between the 6 and the 2. So how many hops is that going to be? So just count the hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, That's 6 hops. Okay, so that's 6.213 times 10 to the power of 6. Now, the second one, first number between 1 and 10, 7.3. How many hops to go from the end to between the 7 and the 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hops. So that's times 10 to the 8. And then finally, first number between 1 and 10, including all the digits. So 6.23468 times 10 to the power of what? Jumping from there to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hops. So easier enough, I think. So that was just my set of answers if my software was playing up. And these are the second lot we're going to do. So clearly here we are turning very small numbers into standard form, but it's the same idea. The first number must be between 1 and 10. So the first number is going to have to be 1.23 times 10 to the something. Now remember, when it's a very small number, the index is going to be negative. So you might as well get that in there already so you don't forget. So obviously the decimal point to start with, we can see where that is. And it's got to move between the 1 and the 2. So just count the hops going to the right this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 hops. So 1.23 times 10 to the minus 6. So you get the gist of it. So the second one, first number between 1 and 10 will be 4.4. A negative power. How many hops is the decimal point going? So it's going from there to between the 4 and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hops. So 4.4 times 10 to the minus 4. And then a strange one at the end. Okay, we really wouldn't bother putting this into standard form because it's not that small. But 2.3 times 10 to the something. So it's moving from here to here. It's only a single hop. So 2.3 times 10 to the minus 1. Okay, so I want you to go and have a go, please, at the Hegarty quiz number 122. So you'll be moving some which are really big numbers into standard form and then some that are really small. So this one, for example, write in standard form this. The answer they're looking for was 2.988 times 10 to the 8. So that's it, second form. If you would please go and do Hegarty quiz number 122 now and try and fill in any gaps you've got this week before half term. That would be much appreciated. Okay, guys, see you. Bye.